I've been posting content for weeks now, but the views are still low. The growth is slow. And by any metric, I'm not succeeding at all. And somehow, it has been the most valuable experience of my whole life. Let me explain why. We live in a world obsessed with results. Viral videos, overnight success, 10,000 followers in 30 days. That's what social media shows you. What it doesn't show you is the years and months and days of posting into silence and not seeing any results and still sticking to it. Today, I want to talk about what that silence actually teaches you, because I'm living in it right now and it's changing me in ways I could have never imagined. Here's the thing that nobody tells you when you start creating. You're so focused on the outcome, the views, the growth, the validation, that you're completely missing what is actually happening in the process. You're becoming something different. Every time you sit down and start to film content when you don't feel like it, you're becoming more disciplined. Every time you post something vulnerable and nobody sees it, it teaches you that you don't need external validation. Every time that you show up on day 6, 12, 60 with the same amount of views, you're building something that no viral video can ever give you. Character. And I've realized something that genuinely surprised me. The metrics on my videos don't reflect who I'm becoming, because the person that I'm becoming isn't measured in views. It is measured in the gap between who the person I was when I started and who I am right now. I started this journey because I was wasting my life, my potential, my purpose. And right now, regardless of any numbers, I'm not wasting that. And I think that is one of the most important things that I've learned so far. Now let's talk about something that nobody glamorizes, the boring work, because that is what it actually is. Filming, editing, posting, waiting, over and over again, day after day, with no guarantee of success, or even if the results will ever show up. Every creator you admire had a face like this, and the difference between them and you is they didn't stop. They kept on showing up without seeing any results, without knowing how long this boring phase will last. And that is the hardest part. Not the work itself, the uncertainty of the timeline. Because we humans are terrible at doing things without getting any feedback. Our brains are wired to need proof, feedback, and confirmation. And when those signals aren't coming, the brain is starting to send its own signals. It is telling you to stop. And to stop doing what you love would kill you. And learning to override that voice, to keep going anyway, is not a small thing. It is probably the most important skill that you can ever build in this time, because it will transfer to everything in your life. Fitness, business, anything. The people who master the boring work master their life. And then there's the thing that surprised me the most. Even though I'm nowhere near my goals, even though the numbers are still low, it actually feels good. And I've been trying to understand why. Because 6 months ago, I woke up with nothing to work towards. No direction, no purpose, and no answer to the question of why I'm here. And that emptiness, that feeling of just drifting around and life is living you and you're not living life, is one of the worst feelings that you can ever feel. Because at least now, I know where I'm going. Even if I'm not there yet. Even if the journey is longer than expected. There is a direction. And having a direction, even if you haven't arrived at it, changes everything about you. You wake up differently. You make decisions differently. You see your time differently. Because your time now has a purpose it didn't have before. That feeling doesn't require success. It only requires a decision to start. If you are somewhere in your own boring phase right now, building something nobody sees yet, working towards something that hasn't paid off yet, I want you to hear this. The results are not the most important thing happening. The most important thing is who you are becoming in the process. And that person is far more valuable than the results that you're chasing. Nobody can take that away from you. So keep going. I'm still in my beginning phase. I know that. The goals are still far away. The work is just getting started. But for the first time in my entire life, I'm not standing still. And that is far more important to me than any views. If you're going through your own boring phase right now, drop a comment. Tell me what you're building that nobody sees yet, because those are the stories that I actually want to hear. Subscribe if this resonated with you, and I'll see you in the next one.